Hello, I'm Rhonda Church-Finfrock of Fruitful Life Studio, and I'm here in my studio workshop getting ready for the IOD Gingerbread House Competition. I'm a stockist, so I'm not entering, but I'm participating. I will be using these plain, ordinary wooden houses, my IOD air dry clay, and the decor molds to create a gingerbird village. I will be creating cardinals as the residents of this gingerbird house village using the bird song decor mold and adapting it with the air dry clay to look like cardinals. I left some extra clay in the mold before releasing it to work with the crest and the beak, but you could add the clay later using a wet paintbrush and just molding it with tools like skewers and palette knives. I printed out a few photos of real cardinals to have in front of me while I shaped the beak and the crest. And then when I was happy with the results, I used a wet, soft paintbrush to blend in the lines and to help it mold together. Then carefully, before I glued it, I lifted it with the palette knives because it was pretty slippery and wet. Again, I used a soft brush and some wood glue to adhere all the molds to the houses. When I realized that the beaks would be peeking out past the hole openings in the birdhouses, I coated them with extra glue to give them more strength. To fit around one of the narrow openings in one of the birdhouses, I used a pizza cutter and sliced through the center of the mold so that it would fit around the door. Each of these birdhouses were coated with a white chalk-like paint so that I would have a blank canvas for painting all my details. These birdhouses needed some texture, and I wanted them to look weathered and aged. So I added some texture powder to my paint and stippled it on in a chocolatey brown base coat. When that was dry, it was time to mix up my gingerbread color. Take a look at what paint you have that could make a gingerbread color. But for the complete list of paints that I used and IOD products, you will find that on the end screen. Then you can contact your local IOD stockist or visit the online stockist locator. Once I covered all that textured paint with the gingerbread color, it was time to walk away and let it all dry. Now it's time to get my mask on and my rough sandpaper and sand back that gingerbread color to reveal the chocolatey texture underneath. This is a real mess, so if the weather's nice, you can take it outdoors. I make a real mess when I'm creating, so I decided to seal off all the gingerbread color on the houses so that as I added detail paint, I could just wipe it back if I made a mess. Before I went any further, I had to clean up all the mess I had made on the white. So I touched that up before I added the fun colors, red, green, black. The colors that say Gingerbread House. Make sure you have your good liner brushes ready to go. And one thing that helped me was just flipping and turning the houses so that I could get down into the angles. It really wasn't that difficult. If you're using a clay or chalk-based paint like I did, make sure you add a bit of water or have water available. It just helps the paint flow more easily on all the tiny details. As a finishing touch, I added a gold patina. First, to blend the wonky lines that I had in my detail, but also to coordinate with the matching pedestal trays.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. No, I can't forget about the one with the red nose. When I fly high, my sleigh still stay 10 toes. Bring the beat, bring the trees, bring the cheese, put the lights up.
Now it was time to seal all these details. I started off with sealing all the red painted areas so that I wouldn't have any possible bleeding into the white. It is the final day of the IOD Gingerbread House competition, and I'm finally done. I really enjoyed this project, and I hope it inspired you.
Racks in my sack hurt my back, yeah. They said saying Nick, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack hurt my back, yeah. They said saying Nick, but you got up.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more DIY videos featuring products that make life beautiful.
Merry Christmas, everybody.